So I was talking about this, 5 years ago. The subtlety of his language in the first clip. Obviously, he's saying that, oh, this is the worst thing in the world, just like this anti-Semitic stuff, And it's, you can just tell, okay, well, now I know. Now that's apparently your benchmark for evil. Your benchmark for evil is this anti-Semitic stuff, huh? And then, of course, the 9/11 stuff. He wouldn't even play the clip that the guy asked him to play of Building 7 collapsing, and then claimed, oh, I didn't even see that video until 2014 when Alex Jones showed it to me. It's like, okay, so were you willfully ignorant, or are you just lying like you always lie? Because Tucker Carlson always lies. He lies all the time. And he's a shill for the establishment, and he always has been. And he's admitted as much. And people forget, this guy's been around a long time. He's, of course, his backstory is, after graduating from Temple University, he went to go apply for the CIA. Apply for the CIA, and they wouldn't take him, even though his dad worked with the CIA. They wouldn't take him. And so instead, he went into media, where he was catapulted to the highest levels almost immediately. First working for a Heritage Foundation run nonprofit, working with William F. Buckley Jr., who basically was the Tucker Carlson before Tucker Carlson. He had the same job. William F. Buckley his job was to de-radicalize the right and keep everything kosher. We've played clips from his show in the past and previous streams where he'll have certain people on, like people talking about immigration, talking about anything that would be considered a little too racist, a little too anti-Semitic, and then he dresses them down on national television. He tries to set the tone for what's acceptable within the sandbox of conservatism, while working with for a bunch of fucking Jews, and the Jews that essentially defined what neocons were. And the same thing with Tucker Carlson when he worked with the nonprofits that he first worked with. He was basically standing shoulder to shoulder with the people at PNAC, the people that were effectively writing the think tank theories on why we would need another Pearl Harbor to get us into a war with Iraq. And then, wouldn't you know it, we had 9/11. And then after 9/11, of course, he ran cover for anyone or rather, he demonized anyone that suggested that the official story didn't add up. He did these super cringe fluff pieces, like this is when he worked for CNN. This is Tucker on CNN interviewing Britney Spears to promote the war.
You're going to be on the National Mall soon, performing for Pepsi and the NFL, and also the support of troops. A lot of entertainers have come out against the war in Iraq. Have you?
Honestly, I think we should just trust our president in every decision that he makes, and we should just support that, and be faithful in what happens.
Do you trust this president?
Yes, I do.
Wow, that certainly wasn't set up or anything. That's totally organic, I'm sure. So this is the kind of stuff that he would do. And then this, of course, here he is. There he is in Iraq right there, hanging out with private mercenaries, really. Holding an SKS or AK-47 or something there, incorrectly. And then, stuff like this.